name is Keely and I'm the owner and creator here at Soy and Shea, and thank you so much for joining me for another soap making video. Now my mum and I, we do our veggie shop every fortnight, and we put together and we just buy our fruit and veg in bulk and then split it up among us. And what we found was we were getting a lot of really cheap avocados. In fact, I had so many I decided that I would actually make a soap with one of the little avocados I had so it didn't go to waste. And I'm so pleased I did have a go at making this soap. Now it is a very, very simple design, so I'm basically going to put a whole heap of music to this video. There's a little bit of talking in there, but you can basically sit back and watch and enjoy how I make this soap. Let's go. Okay, so the first thing that I am going to do for our avocado soap is I'm actually going to put an avocado in there. They have been so cheap lately, and we're getting these really gorgeous little ones, which is kind of just enough for one person to put on a toast in the morning, because hubby doesn't like avocados, so there's no point me buying the big ones because I just can't get through the whole one. But these little ones are just perfect. This one is quite ripe, which is why I decided to put it into the soap, because I wasn't going to get a chance to eat it, but it will be good for the soap anyway. So all I'm actually doing at the moment is just peeling them and getting that seed out. I've got them in my little blender here because I want to know exactly how much avocado I've got here. Don't want that little bit here. The other thing with avocados, it's a bit hard now because I've kind of mushed this one up, but you generally have two different greens on the inside. So when I do this soap, I decided I'm going to do some layers. Alright, so I have got that one all peeled. I was after about 60 grams of avocado. I've actually got 58 there, so that is close enough. I'm actually going to pour some water in here. I've discounted my lye solution by 100 grams, and I'm going to put that 100 grams in here, and then I'm going to go pop this onto the blender, and we're going to blend it up to a really smooth paste. Alright, so I have got my avocado here all mixed up, ready to go, and I'm just going to pour it straight into my oils. Now I also did change my oil recipe up for this particular soap because I figured we may as well go all out and put lots of avocado in here. So in my soap oils today, I've got some coconut oil, my palm oil, olive oil, avocado oil, castor oil, and some cocoa butter. So no shea butter in this one this time, but that cocoa butter is going to be beautiful, and the fat content that you get in the avocado is going to be really nice in here. It will be unsaponifiable, I'm guessing, a bit like the shea butter, which is why I took the shea butter out of this particular recipe. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is use the stick blender to really combine that avocado in there. I am then going to pour my sodium hydroxide distilled water solution in here, and then I'm going to start making the soap, but I'm going to put it all to music, and we're going to do some layers. The fragrance oil I'm using today is something called Tonic, which is meant to be a representation of a Clarins like spa-like moisturizer sort of smell. It's got notes of geranium, rosemary, rosewood and mint, and I just thought that sounded really nice and calming for this soap. So let's get to making this one. You can sit back, relax and watch. keep this soap really simple to finish it off, I have got some little balls which I've made using one of the little ball molds and some cold process soap. To get your cold process soap to pop out of those molds, you do need to put a little bit of sodium lactate into them and just a little bit of patience to wait for them to actually release from the mold. So I'm just going to pop one of these into the side of each of these soaps just to make it look like we have got a little avocado stone in our fruits, in our soap. Usually the stone is towards the bottom of them, which is why I am going for the side of the soap. Gonna have to be quick because this is starting to set up on me. As you saw, that fragrance oil, oh, it's so nice. This smells so clean and fresh. It smells like you've just walked into a spa. It's really nice. But as soon as it hit my soap batter there, I knew it was going to rise because it took on that sort of milky look as it came back up to the top, and that would probably have to be one of the worst rising fragrances I have had in a long time. You could see big clumps of it, and then if you stirred it you got just this mass of riced soap batter. But when you stick blended it, it stick blended out really quickly, and it actually thinned the soap back out. So yeah, it was naughty that it riced, but it also behaved really well because it made my soap batter go fluid enough that I could actually pour it into my soap mold. They are all looking really good. That is all I am going to do with this soap. Keep it really nice and simple here. I'm going to leave this one sit overnight, and we're going to come back in just a moment and we're going to cut it open and have a look at those layers. Alright, let's cut into this avocado soap. I can tell you that fragrance oil was just so ridiculously naughty in this, but when I came into the shed this morning, it has been well worth it because all I could smell was this soap, and it is just so clean. It's going to be a real nice spa-like sort of soap. Now when I did you know, take it out the mold, got it ready for its photos, I did a little bit of trimming, and I tried the little bit of trimming on this because this soap has been here for about 3 days now, and oh, the lather on this is absolutely beautiful. I'll put a photo at the end, but let's take a look and see what we've got on the inside. Alright, so let's grab this one, these two here. It's going to be very simple. We just have our very simple lines. We've got the skin, then that darker green that you get around the skin, and then that nice light colour in there. Now, if you follow along with me on Instagram, you would have seen me actually post some video of this one. Unfortunately, I can't get it in here because I didn't think to actually do it as a separate video on the camera, as opposed to just videoing it through Instagram. But this went through the most insane gel phase I have had on a soap, and it was really weird because it wasn't hot, but the top of this soap, you could see that it was gelling, and it's gelled all the way through right to the edges and really made those greens nice and vibrant. But the gel also didn't happen for very long either. It was kind of, I turned around, saw how much it had gelled, and then I came back about 10 minutes later and it had all settled back down again. It was, I've never seen anything quite like it. But I think this is definitely going to be well worth everything I went through to get this soap actually made. I can't wait until it has gone through its 4-week cure, because then I'm going to have another go at this lather. So I hope you have enjoyed watching how I made my avocado soap. If you did, why not leave me a thumbs up and any comments down below. And until the next video comes out, I hope you have a good one, and I'll see you then. Bye.